There's a trick on there. I think it takes a little longer to go live than just to record, so that we need. Okay. Okay, let's see. Are we on? Yes, okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Yeah, yeah. Nancy's on board. How are you, beautiful? How are you,
Hello, honey.
Julie?
How are you?
Oh my God. How are you? How are you, Destiny and Kathy and all of us, Diane? Oh my goodness. So good. It's so good to be with you all again today. This is this is a day that the Lord has made. The scripture says we rejoice and we celebrate his goodness and his mercy. Yes. So I'm so excited today, and I want us to just kind of hit the road running. I want to see, do you want me to make you a co-host, or do you have access to your computer, Destiny, or do you want me to show the...
I have it.
Oh, okay, cool. Let me make you co-host. Yes. Co-host. Make a co-host. Yeah, make it co-host. There you go.
All righty. There we go. Got it. So praise you, Jesus. We just thank
Hallelujah.
you, Lord. Oh, I don't know why it's security. I don't know. It's funny.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So Healy is a microcurrent medical device that has been cleared by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration only for the local relief of acute, chronic, and arthritis pain and muscle soreness due to overexertion. Healy also has non-medical applications that use individualized microcurrent frequencies to harmonize your bioenergetic field. Always use your Healy in accordance with its instructions for use. Thank you.
Yes. Hallelujah. So that's the realm, that's the space where we operate today. So, and always and whenever we're on, we operate on that space that has been given to us. So today I want to actually start with Diane, so we have missed Diane for a while, and you as a community been praying, we've been holding her up in our prayers, and just to see her, I am overwhelmed with joy. I am just so grateful to God, but it is better to hear it from her and have her share what the Lord has been doing in her life, even before she went, so I want to leave that for Diane. Diane, you have the floor.
Okay. I don't know where you want me to start, because I could go on.
I know what you were sharing, you shared even before you came access to the realm you were working in before even you get access to, before we come to Healy, but you were talking to us about how how to work on, that certain things, and then you got the training how to work in a different way. So that's what I want to hear. And then you can walk us all the way to where you are at the moment.
Okay. Well, yes. I started when I had a pulmonary embolism, and I was hospitalized for 4 days in 2018. God spared my life then, and I began to listen to Dr. O talking about walking in divine health. And I knew how to walk in sickness because I did that all my life, but I didn't know how to walk in divine health. And he started teaching us to speak to our body parts, to speak to the organs, to speak to our bones. And we would decree and declare life and wholeness and wellness to ourselves, that we could do that. And so every time he did it, I wrote it all down, and then I just copied his formula and spoke to my organs, spoke to my bones, spoke to my knees, especially because I was having a lot of trouble with that. And I began to change the way I thought about health, because I thought it was something outside of me. I didn't realize it was something inside me that God had already put in me, and that God designed our bodies to heal. And so I began to really do a lot better. And then it was a whole year after the pulmonary embolism that I got the Healy. And at that time, I was still extremely weak. I had no stamina. I was not able to do very much. Each day I could do maybe one activity. I couldn't do more than that. I was constantly like tired. I had to take a nap every day for like 2 to 3 hours. I just was weak. I started using the Healy in July, and in August, I noticed I wasn't taking naps. I had energy all day. I was able to do more than one thing. I began to get stronger and I had stamina. I could sustain it. By early fall, I was back to what I was before I was hospitalized. And so from there, I've just been getting stronger, learning more about the Healy, using it more often, really learning how to walk and think the right thoughts about health. And then this thing hit me out of the blue. I got Legionnaire's disease, which caused Legionnaire pneumonia. I don't know how I got it. Only thing we could think is that it might have gotten into my hot water tank because I didn't have it on high enough. And then it comes out your shower and you breathe it and you get, it's pretty gnarly. I was in the hospital this time, 5 days, and then they moved me to a transitional unit. I was there 13 days. Last time that it wiped me out, I was only there 4 days. You know, just not moving for 4 days wiped me out, right? So this time when I got to the transitional unit, I asked the doctor, I said, this is a Healy, it's a micro, whatever that little disclaimer was. I said, it's been approved by the FDA for a pain. I want to use it because I'm so weak. I know it'll help me. And so he looked it up and he gave me permission, and I started using it the first day I was in rehab. And everybody was like, what is that thing? And I said, well, it's a gift from God. I said, it's frequencies and vibrations that are set to help us, to help our bodies do what God intended it to do. And they said, oh, well, where did you get it? I said, well, if you're interested and you want one, I'll get you one. No, but they were amazed because the first day I was there, I could barely get out of the bed. And I had to walk. I could hardly walk. I just was so weak from the whole, and then I think it was 10 days I was on intravenous antibiotics, 4 different antibiotics. And do you know, not one, usually if you take that much antibiotics, there's some kind of negative effects. I had none. I mean, 0. I wasn't having upset stomach. I wasn't having no negative side effects. And it was because I was doing the Healy. When I would have to do PT, I would do muscle, and I would do strength. And I was able to do whatever they asked me to do. And I was released after 7 days, and they were all like amazed. They couldn't believe that I could get that much healing in that short of a time. I said, well, it's God, and it's the technology that he's, tools that he's given us to do it. So I'm just, praising God and thanking God. And of course, he was with me every step of the way, because at first I was delirious. I had such a high fever. I didn't know what I was saying. I didn't know what I was doing. It was like, and God blessed me with 2 friends that took care of me. They didn't know what I had. I could have had COVID for all they knew, but they stayed by my side for 2 days before I went to the hospital. And he's just provided every step of the way for me to be able to get back home. And I'm getting stronger every day, and I'm able to bathe, I'm able to dress, I'm able to, cook a small meal, do one load of laundry. I can't do much more than that right now, but I'm getting there, and it's all because of God and what he's taught me and the Healy. I just couldn't have, I know I would still be in a rehab if I didn't have that Healy. I know I would be, but I'm not. I'm home. I'm rehabbing at home with my Lord and Savior, because it's just a miracle to me. Amazing to me.
So awesome, Diana. Thank you for sharing that. That's such an amazing testimony of your Healy. That's really, really amazing. Yeah. Wow. Praise God.
I know. And it's like, one of the things is like when I was in the rehab, the second day there, I lost my voice. And the doctor's like scratching his head. How can you have laryngitis? You're on so many antibiotics. I said, I don't know, but I'm going to run my Healy and I'll have my voice back tomorrow. And sure enough, I had my voice back the next day. Not completely. It took a few days of running throat and tooth and jaw and whatever bacteria, whatever else it told me to run. But within a couple of days, I had a voice again, because there's nothing worse than being in a bed. You have to push a button and they say, how can I help you? And you're like, you have no voice to tell them. They had to come to my room to find out what I needed because I had no voice. It was like, whoa, this is not fun. So, they were like, the doctor came he said, well, you got your voice back. I said, yes, thanks to the Healy. And he goes, really? I said, really? And he said, well, okay, I'm going to have to look into this. So we'll see what,
Wow.
And then the last day I was there, because God is so good. I was so apprehensive about going to rehab because I had so many bad experiences. So I knew that they had a place right there in the hospital because I had visited a friend there. So I asked about it. They said, well, it's really hard to get into. And I said, well, okay, but I'm going to pray about it. So he put me in the largest room on the whole floor. It was a 4-bed, 4 beds in the room. It was a huge room though, and only one other person in it. And she went home 2 days after I got there. So I had this whole room with a big window to view outside to myself. So I said, this is the 5-star recovery unit and I'm the VIP. and so, they all said, you got this whole room to yourself. I said, yeah, isn't my God good? And, but the lady that came right the last night I was there, she had fallen and broken her femur. And so I was using my essential oils for my pain. And she said, well, what is that? And so I told her, so she wrote it down. And then she said, well, what's that thing on your neck? And I go, well, that's a Healy. And it's kind of like the oils. It has frequencies that will help you so you don't have to take all the pain meds. And she goes, oh, what's the name? And so she wrote it all down. So, God had me witness to a lot of people about the healing powers that he has put in this little device. So it's exciting.
Amen.
Wow.
So awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Diana. That's so neat.
Thank you.
Thank
you guys
you.
for praying for me, because I know I had prayer going every which way. So I know it was helping me, so I appreciate your prayers. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I do apologize that my system went off in a temporary. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yeah,
But
you froze. You're all.
Oh,
I was like, oh,
but it's so funny. This is that everybody froze, and I was running to get my picture because I wanted to just take a picture and send to all of, because everybody and
I just saw that you 1 minute you were there, then the next you weren't.
Yeah. Yeah, it is so good, Diane, because we were talking, I think in a few last week or a few weeks ago, we're talking about that, like the Father God, our dad has sent a different modality of healing, for us, even in this time. And
Yes.
Healy is one of those modality that God has sent to us, and we have, and it's not all and all. Of course, we know that prayer is one of the modality that for us for healing. We know meditation is another modality. We know the reading of the scripture is another modality. We know, like just the different things. And there's people, there's acupuncture, there's, that on a natural level, I would say non-invasive
Yes.
modality, we compared to us having, taking out the medication that give you all the side effects and other ones, so again, I don't cut it down because it has its own place. But there are different modalities that God has put in the world on the natural level and now on a scientific level that we can use to be able to help our bodies, to become, whole, to become, come into alignment in the place where the Father wants us to be.
Yes.
So as we're using this modality, and God, Healy specifically right now is what we have, and it's becoming really well known. People, I don't know if you guys noticed that they're doing now biohacking conferences. Yeah. That's one that happened last week. I think this guy went. I wish they had recorded stuff, but I don't know. I don't think they recorded them. But it's happening in different nations, in different states now that they're doing that's biohacking stuff. And what is really, again, is about us being able to have a say in what matters with us without having the invasive kind of element going into our body. Like you guys noticed, I shared with you last time what happened to me. It wasn't like millions of years ago. It's something that happened now it's almost 2 months. How my whole body swells up, and my body I did analysis, it keep on saying toxin. And I couldn't really think about what I was thinking about. You think about toxic, to think, okay, I must have taken something that my body doesn't agree with. It saying that I have toxic, but there was nothing that I had taken that is out of the ordinary of what I ate before. So anyway, I am so grateful for what God is doing. And I wanted to say a kudos to Caroline. Caroline's had not 11 people join her new team in just in the past month because of the new that promotion. So that's awesome. And the only way it happens again is for us to share that what Diane is doing, like sharing, like what is done and is doing for us. So this is good. And even Healy as a corporate now understood the power of testimony, so now they have I think they included it today. I wasn't able to listen quite in the discussion today, but I know they included 2 people that were sharing, because every time I was here, I was in another program trying to go back and forth, but I would hear something, about, I heard 2 people sharing, and I can't really tell you what they shared about, but I know that there were 2 people that were shared about the testimony of what they have gained or what has happened in their life. So I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. I know it's doing something in my life as well.
Yes.
And I know each of us, have different testimonies and that we can share for what this is. I'm going to have it open for anybody have something else to say, then, we go from there.
I would just say something, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What I realize is because it's on the Lord's time plan, or I've heard other people say his events, he doesn't really go by time, but that because I'm hearing it from so many angles to do with well-being, health, energy, frequency. And what's so exciting is that at my church where I go, we had a ladies' event. Well, we call it Flourish. Very beautiful. We have a continental breakfast. They have a speaker from usually one of the assembly, and then we have question times. Well, they're going to have an event. I'm not going to be able. I don't think I can do anything to do with Healy yet, but they're having an event where people who've got any ideas for health, whether it's certain recipes or certain formulas, or even making like homemade soap that's better for you, you know. So I just think that's very exciting, because that's just one place on this planet. There's many, you know, many opportunities opening. So I know, I just feel that I will be able to share at some point, you know, because we all have different areas of influence. That's what I see. Some are more in business, which I'm not yet.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've got so many opportunities down my road and my family, and people are wanting to hear more. And so for me, I feel it's more of a preparatory, you know, they're getting to understand a bit more, like Diane, the wonderful opportunities she had when she was staying in her rehab. So I just feel very encouraged by that, you know.
That's
Absolutely.
Amen. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Julie.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else?
I've been meeting with, I've been still consistently meeting with that lady regarding the Healy. We've been meeting twice a week, and I've been running the gold cycle on her, doing the analyzations, and also just strategically praying about how to talk with her as we're going through the healing process. She has a kind of a rare disease situation she's dealing with, but what's interesting is just on our last session, she's like, I should probably be doing this more often, right? I said, yeah. I was like, you should. And I said, the more frequently that you do it, the better results that you'll get. And she's like, well, maybe, do you think maybe I should get maybe the lower one, you know, because she's on a kind of a fixed income as well. Okay. I said, well, you know, the gold cycle is a really, I mean, that's where they recommend everybody to start. And that's what we've been working on, you know, with you. So I think she is really contemplating getting at least just the basic package. And so that's really cool though, because, you know, just having that consistency, you know, I'm also, took Julie's suggestion, as she does, and I actually, because I've been writing down everything that we've been doing with her. Because what I want her to pay attention is to, okay, this is how things were when we first started. And then having like this, you know, system or this, you know, thing, this, what is it, like thing that we're working on as far as like just with all the programs. And then coming back to it later and referencing what we did and having that testimony, you know, as she's working through this. So I think that is just really awesome, just to, you know, be able to continue to be patient with people and just their understanding and trying to figure out how this is, because it took us some time to get where we're at. And so I think that's something to continue to, you know, just, you know, as we are walking in his love and in his character and you know, having patience with people, I think that just as long as we're continuing to, you know, move forward and what God is leading us to do with Healy, that, you know, people are going to come around. And I think it's so cool that Julie, he's given you an opportunity to do this. He's given me an opportunity to do this. Diana is, you know, in there. She's like, well, my Healy's going to help me. And it's because of my God. She's giving God glory. And, you know, Healy's doing what it needs to do. So I think Healy's speaking for itself by God's grace and by God's power. And so I think that as we continue to do what we're doing and just, you know, that it's just really just like we were talking about, it's a matter of timing, because there's doors opening up for me to be able to have more opportunities here too, that probably would not have been there. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity. And I've also, you know, when I don't have Healy for like those 5 days that we didn't have it, it makes a difference when you don't have it. Like, I mean, like, and then I'm so grateful that I'm like, thank God it's back, you know? You know, so I'm very grateful. Very grateful.
I had it's so fun. Thank you. It's so funny. So I had this a couple that you know, they're entertainers, and they have body, but they travel quite a bit. So I think they said the last 2 months, so they both, the husband and wife, each one of them have Healy, you know, but in the past 2 months, while they were away, They couldn't get the wife couldn't get her. She's like, I can't do it. That's my Healy. I mean, and it's so fun. So she's texting me. I don't know what's going on, but I can't do that. So anyway, I had a meeting with her, meet with them last week. And one of the things which I was like, okay, one of the things she says, like, I can't do without my Healy. So they had
Yeah.
bought 3, for somebody. They bought one for somebody else, and they sent it actually to somebody in South Africa or somewhere, another nation. So they sent it to that person that they know, but it stayed. The person didn't get it. Then 3 weeks ago, he came back to their house. So she's like, yes, I'm going to use this mine. She said, I can now use it because she's traveling. She's also, again, they gone a lot. So I was trying to help her so she can put we went through everything. Honestly, we went through everything. We spent like 4 hours, went through everything. So I think the device, even the serial number is cleaned out from the system. And I think she said, I could be because I always have it here. I was running and I have it in my body. And, with all the pampering, before they act and do or whatever. So she said, maybe the oil skin or whatever may have washed everything. So in order for her you can't even read it. In order to read, she had to come get the box.
Oh, yeah.
She had to get the box, actually, because it's on the back of the box.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was. So the serial number is also at the back of the box. So that's the only way. But all of the back is cleared. It's just wiped out.
Wow.
And so she said, that one came from her because she will always put it, and then or whatever. It's always by her body, because she said. The month that she was apart from her husband, they were doing another nation, and she said the pain that had gone away, that she was feeling all before started coming back, or because there's no nurturing, continue to go on in that particular body part that she was experiencing the pain. So anyway, it is so good many people can't do right now. It's like, oh my God, they know when they don't use it. Your body tells you when you don't need use it.
Yes.
So that's how you know that this works, because but you will feel different. I have felt different. There was a day I think I said, oh, I use it a lot one particular day. Usually on Monday is my biggest day to use it, and the day today, but today I started Zoom at 8 today. So I'm in different meetings. So I didn't get time to get things set up so I can at least, usually like I'm wearing this and I almost have it there, but I didn't get that done. And my husband is have class going on, and so we kind of trying to manage the house. So everybody we got their own space. So anyway, I didn't get that ready on time. But I even the days I used it, I know how my body feels. I know that. And then the days that the following, I say if I give myself like 3 days, I know how I feel during that third day, that something is not in alignment, so you begin but also trying to help you to learn your body. And that's something is that he tells you can like, yeah, you may not know exactly what's going on, but you do feel like something is not quite, so you can always feel it. So that's something also, the education that you brought into our body. Guys, girls, we're learning about I know a bit about quantum physics before, quantum entanglement before, just a little bit, but just, the information that it brought for us to talk about the spiritual atmosphere we call information field. To see how close that we are as a body, then, but surrounded, but we are, the body is about the spirit, the being that we are. How we can inform the being that we are by what we put in it. How we can build that being that we are to have, so that the body that houses it will be in ultimate health, or at least be in, in an equilibrium, if you may. So that is something that this device is teaching me. One person told me, if I didn't learn anything from Healy, I learned how to pray for my body, because it's like, how it tells you that the meridians in the meridian. It has all this body part. She said, "Can if I forget about my body, I can just look and say, I speak to my liver, I speak to my pancreas, I speak to my lungs." She's not. She says she teaches me how to pray and pray specifically for every organ of my body. So so she said, "You are tired. I don't know what to pray." I open. I said, "God, I thank you for my my kidney. I thank you for so that, I mean, God is using it as a way to teach us that to learn. The Bible said that our body is fearfully and wonderfully made, and to be able to begin to see all this intricate weaving of God in a way we never saw it before is a tool that has been handed for us. So I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful and thankful that we have something. And I know, I think I shared it last week. I think it was Ken Closer says, Healy is going to be a household thing because the technology, because the health industry, like you're talking about, Julie, everybody is talking about health, wellness, and well-being. And there's not too much focus on the, the Western medicine. Again, not to put them, tear them down, because they have their own place. The doctors have their own place, but just a total dependence on the Western medicine is no longer going to work, because people now begin to look at other modalities that can help. Yes, you know how many people meditation is now. Meditation is one of every place you go. Say meditation, even if they don't believe in God, they don't. But meditation, that's they say meditate.
Absolutely.
So meditate. Meditate, so anyway,
Meditate.
I'm so
It's absolutely
excited.
wonderful.
Now, Paul says, by all means, whether they come the other way, but by all means, let them come. So I'm so grateful for, the device that allows us to have the conversation we're having.
I can't get over how, I think it was Marcus or Ken Close a couple of weeks ago, and it really registered with me. He said, you, in the sense, you didn't find Healy, Healy found you,
Amen.
I just think that's absolutely amazing.
Well,
I have with the essential oils, because I've used those for years for pain too, and for health things. And when I went in the hospital again, I said, well, they said, what do you take for pain? I said, I use essential oils in my Healy. And they're like, what? What is it? But they took my oils, they took them down to the pharmacy, they labeled them with a number, and they're listed in my file as medicine.
Oh, wow.
With a number. And then I was allowed to have them and use them like I do at home. Wow. And that's a first. I mean, they didn't want any of that stuff in the hospital. You know what I mean? So the world is changing.
It's changing.
It is. They're opening up, and
they're open.
I was so sick. I seriously was so sick. I just didn't know what was happening, but I was meditating because I was saying, Yod, hey, Va, hey. I couldn't do anything else, but I could do that,
Wow.
And I was doing it all night. In the night, I'd wake up and I'd be doing it in my sleep, because God was with me. So meditation can be done even if you're mindless.
That's right. And you don't have, even your meditation, you don't have to say a word. You know that. You don't have to alter your word, but you can be in that meditative atmosphere. Yes. Nancy has something to say. Go ahead, Nancy.
Yeah, my question is, I have the coil. Is there a limit on how many you can do per day?
No.
Can you hear me?
What was that?
Go ahead, Nancy, say it again.
Okay, I have the coil, and I wanted to know, is there a limit on how many programs you can do per day?
On the pink dot, you mean on the microcurrent?
Yes.
With the coil.
The
With the coil.
yes.
They say it says limitless because I mean the people have heard. So I don't know. They say you can run as many programs as you want to on the
Okay,
on
gotcha.
the on that yes, on the coil, because it's not the one that give you a limit is the microcurrent, because it's going straight into your cell. It's it's direct
Gotcha.
current going in, but
Oh, that's
like a
good.
vibration, like the
Yeah,
one that's going into your this in the quantum field.
Mhm.
It's not. I mean,
Wonderful.
it doesn't. Yeah, and they say you can even crank it up to 100 if you want. It doesn't
Oh,
really.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, so it can crank it up as you want.
Yeah, I
And
noticed
because
I noticed on the directions with the coil, it does recommend that you do put it to 100.
Yes.
yeah, you see, yeah. So it doesn't
Oh,
like put it
wonderful.
100. Yeah, it raises up to 100. So yeah, so it
Well,
does, and it doesn't matter. It's not going to give you a med. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that is really amazing with the core is that you can run it to the highest. And they even say also,
Wonderful.
some people were worried about depleting their the what do you call it, your battery, because some people are like, oh, I can only run 30 programs with my microcurrent and my device dies. Well, maybe in a microcurrent, but not with the with this, because
coil.
not with a coil, because a coil doesn't take in much of any electrical stuff or power, because it's again working in that quantum field. So
Quick question. When I
uh-huh.
first started using the coil, it never went black. It was always white. And
And
now
that's what I noticed too.
suddenly
Mine goes
now
black till it
every
gets
now
black.
and again it turns black, and I just touch it and then it comes back.
Okay.
I just didn't know if anybody else was experiencing that.
Yeah,
You
mine
have
turns
yours set to
black.
100?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think some of it is quite normal. From
Yeah.
what I
just if you move a
says.
certain way maybe or something.
It might
yeah.
just for a split second or two just go black. Some of my programs do that.
Mine do
Okay.
too.
Okay.
And he said as well that the current is still getting to you, even though it does
Okay.
that.
I'm so glad I can do more because, I've been doing the pancreas and gallbladder every day, but I need to do my chilling for the mucous membranes for my asthma. I have all these other ones that I've been used to doing to help me. And I thought, well, I got to concentrate on what's coming, but now I can do them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have one question. I had this happen because I'm like Julie. I usually, when I do an analysis, I always write it down and what percentage, so I know which ones to do and whatnot. So I had done a all Healy analysis, and I vibrated it, and I had written it down, and then I went out, and when I came back, it had changed. All of the, I hadn't done a new analysis, but the list changed. It was different.
Yeah, but remember, you're encountering them. Remember, you remember, this is you're a physical being, but you're a spiritual being. Remember, you're encountering stuff out as you go out without even knowing what you're encountering. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it will never be the same. Even if I leave this room and I go to the next room, you operate in these two, different realms of existence. Your movement, you interact with things that you don't see. That world, which is a quantum realm, the hidden realm, the realm you don't see, but it's there, it exists. So,
Wow.
so
Awesome.
you know what I'm saying? So those are things that I'm telling you, it's for me, it's so much education that I'm learning, those realm of existence that is not really quite open to the naked eye. So if you move out from here, because the environment that I'm sitting here, the environment that is here, that my being is experiencing, is not going to be the same when I go out there.
Got it. I got it.
That's
Wow.
interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's the awesomeness of the lesson I'm learning, and the things that we are learning, that the things that is there in this device is teaching us, our faith, if you might, it's teaching us the tangibility, if you might, bring into tangibility, tangibleness of our faith. That's like, oh my God, when you say we're calling things that are not into being, that's a biohacking. So we're biohacking our biological being,
Right.
So when we speak in
Yeah.
things, when we create, I listened to somebody was talking about we are creators and with God, but I don't even know if we understand that. I don't even know if we really get a hold of what it is that is happening, who we are, that we are co-creators and we co-makers with our Father, that as God, Jesus, as God is in heaven, that we read it every. So now I'm thinking, oh my God, I read this every Sunday, every week, or something like that. As God is in heaven, so I am here on earth. Do you really believe that? Do you really live that? Or even if you don't believe, do you really live it out? Do you really be it? And so
It's
yeah.
wonderful. And
Yes.
Mama, when you taught us about the tapping that you'd
Yes.
learnt, I'm doing it. It's becoming more of a part of my everyday. And I don't know if Diane has been able to see that video, or Nancy, or any of the others, but when I do it and I say the affirmations that are right for that time, I can feel the energy going through my body when I do that. It's absolutely amazing.
Again, yes, that's awesome. So, I'm also working on that, on myself, on that, because it's another modality that I've come to know and love, actually.
Yes.
So sometimes I'm driving and something, so I am tapping when I'm driving now, because it doesn't really desire, and I'm tapping, I'm speaking, and I know yesterday was a heavy day for me, so I was tapping, the energy, tapping into energy that I needed, because to be able to focus, to be able to be alive, be in aliveness, to be in the present, to be just like So those are different modality. Those are different, to help us, as we listen. So when it started to look so foolish, it looks so, the Bible said that God's taking the foolish things of the world to confirm the wise. But just use all this, even if you start thinking, what are you doing? What are you just doing, Benedicta? What are you doing? I say God had taken the foolish things of the world, confirm the wise, and then so I'm whole, and then do all the all those 9 spaces that I just and I repeat it, and I speak over me. So yes, this is another tool in your toolbox. We need different tools in our toolbox. We need different tools in our toolbox. I see that the Yvette has been sitting so quietly, and I know that all this insight and wisdom is just going to roll in. And can you please share?
I'm just thinking about how the kingdom is becoming so much more practical in my life through all of this. One of the things that I heard of the kingdom before, and figured out that was so out there, I realized, no, it is right here, it is in me, and all these different things make me more able, more capable of relating to it. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I know something was good cooking right there.
Yeah.
Do you guys see how beautiful Yvette? I know you're a beautiful woman before, but you see do you guys know her when she joined? Honestly, this is just a pure reflection of light and the goodness of God in your life. So I appreciate you, sharing with us.
Thank you.
Yes, so I know that we have a little time. I wanted us to, again, this is for our own learning. And even if now it's like, okay, we don't have anyone to share with, but we want to be able to educate ourselves. We want to continue not to be able to, we already got amazing, but continue to educate, to re-educate ourselves in the system. So I thought we would let's run through the business. Let's just run through the Healy presentation, and then you get what you get, and then let me see. So you get what you get, but I'm gonna share the screen with us, okay? So let's share. Where am I? And that's how is by listening to the words that I said, share screen, by watching it, by engaging it, we'll also begin to I don't know, begin to be a part of us, so that when actually the opportunity comes for us to be able to share, there will be words, there will be vocabulary, there will be things to share. They usually say that when the student is, when the I guess the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So, but the teacher too also be ready, so that when the student is ready, then when he appears, that he can now be able to relate with the student, what he has prepared or what he has mastered. So I thought that if we begin to just kind of go through, you guys know when you log in into your back office. So let me go back. You log into your back office, it shows all these things, so where you can download. I'm gonna doing this one. I'm doing that new not compensation, but blah blah. Which one am I doing? I'm doing presentation. I'm doing one of the presentation. Okay, that's all I know what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. But one of the download and is a presentation. See. So what does that say? Product presentation. So anyway, at least for us to get to know, we know for sure, we know the name of the key player, the founder, Marcus. So just kind of getting those things and the vision of the organization, what we're part of, what is it that is saying, why are we excited, because there may be some people that developed a project or a program, or something, but they're not really trustworthy. So you really don't want to associate with them. So, but we'll look at, go back. If I do the mission, our vision is to empower people to live a healthy, fulfilled, and conscious life, and to inspire our growing global community to make a continuous positive impact in the humanity. So I think this is amazing. Just kind of getting, you don't have to master it, but at least getting understanding, a brief understanding, so that you can share it freely with somebody who is looking for this, the vision and mission of the organization. So, folks, of course, we know where it is made, but also just being able to know those things, because sometimes somebody was, actually not long ago, somebody's like, where is that from? Because, somebody say, if he made in Japan, they would tell you some nations, if it's made like, nah, not interested, or something like that. But, being able to share the where it's made is very important as well, and knowing the three elements, the three pillars of Healy. So I never even think about it that way, but if it is three pillars, one is nutrition, frequent, and then motion, just like that. So here is the search, the cloud, which is now becomes a motherboard of Healy now. Before you always used to subscribe to it, but now it's become the mother or the base for all Healy. So, and I actually, it was recently I found out that you can actually have it without having any without having it automatically comes, but I think you can't really do a search if you don't pay the flat fee that it is now. So facts and figures. So some of the countries and what Healy applications. I'm just going to run through this because I know some of we have and making sure that we always, which I honor each one of us, we always start I would say, Destiny, thank you, because she always like, we're going to make sure, that we do that before we do that disclaimer. And then it talks about, I don't know if you guys have done the test, if you have done the certification, done the class form at the medical lesson, which is very good because it teaches quite a lot. I didn't know about all those classes of medical device. You know, I didn't know what the classes, what they belong until I did the lesson in that academy. So it's just a wealth of information that we have and different things, and the health board advisor application program. So those are things that we know, but I think as we often again talking about the patent, and as often as we take time to look into it, to reacquaint ourselves with the verbiage, because everything has its own verbiage. Everything has its own vocabulary. Just talking about it, like all of us who are church people, we do church lingos. Okay, this is a bit scientific, so we use those understanding those like a bio energetic, understanding the information field, understanding the individual frequency, understanding what harmonization is, because sometimes people will think, okay, is it going to kill me if I do this? Wow, so how then we come from that place, because we always have to stay with the guidelines with the FDA, using the word that is used, so let me see, term and glossaries, so groceries, like we're going to buy food, go buy food. Cell membrane, this is one of the things that was when they did a presentation and showed that, how the cells kind of, mutilate or go down in terms of this function as we grow, as we mature. This spoke to me so much. And there was another training that I think there was a training on that I think Marcus did, and there's another time Weaver person who did a presentation that was really, really powerful. I'm gonna check it. I don't know if it's no longer in the group one. So, but these are things. These are education, girls. This is amazing. This is this is it. This is so incredible education that if people who are not familiar with this, when you're speaking like somebody who is well informed. When you get yourself continuously acquainted, look at, so anybody buying the Healy program right now, they're getting 11 programs. Okay, they're getting 11 programs. So that somebody said, okay, so this is your friend that is talking, Destiny. He said, you know what? That's 11 program. Even though it's like the beginning, but it's a lot of program. It's a lot of program. Has look at it, has a bioenergetic support, a program for pain, and then the search engine is also. So there's a lot of program that the person's getting, even though they think it's just beginning from beginning, but that's a lot of program there. And then of course you move forward to the Healy program, the second module, 61 program. That's a lot. That's a lot of programs. Anyway, so just kind of getting ourselves acquainted with the programs. Also, when the person say, like you can start that, there's an upgrade, you get opportunity. Let's just say that, in the near future, you want to add on, or you want to be able to do like what I'm doing, having an ability to be able to analyze, scan a person. You can actually do that, and you have opportunity to do that anytime. So because that's what they have made available for all of us now. And then another one is that you can buy a program. You can buy a program group. Actually, it's a program group. If you buy a program like beauty, it's 8 program, by itself. So you can now be able to just get yourself acquainted with some of those things, so that you can talk to people about it. I'm hoping that so anyway, I wanted to share a little bit of this because I think it would be good for us to continue to keep ourselves informed, keep ourselves updated, and as they continue to update the back office, it constantly updates I like that they constantly update us as to what they're doing. So I just see that there's African nation has not been touched yet. Hey, the biggest market is still yet to come. Yeah, so this is just so good, you know, and so much information for us to help us as we are learning. This is still in the learning stage, girls. This is still in the learning stage. This is still, you know, this is the 2020 was when many of us get a hold of it. So this is just what they call in the business embryonic stage. We're still in the embryonic stage. So and I can't wait to see what we are going to become, you know. And I am committed and, you know, just strengthened with what they're doing, teaching us. You see that they take time now 3 days a week. You guys know that. 3 days a week they're teaching. They're teaching on Wednesday. I mean, this isn't even it's update, but also they're teaching tools. And then on Tuesday, this is a question, people asking question what's going on in there, with what they're experiencing, and somebody's there within the corporate answering, and somebody's there within the membership wise representing the member also answer. Then on Thursdays, I know they said it's going to move to 3 o'clock now. So many of us may not have opportunity to watch it live. Especially many of us in the West Coast may not be able to watch it live, but, you know, we can see it's recorded, it's kept, so we're able to go back and forth. So I like the opportunity that they are taking time to educate the people how to use what and get the benefit that that the program is designed to give us. So anyway,
thank you.
Any other
really
question?
Good.
Nancy?
Nancy.
Question, yes. How would I get the email? Will you send it to us on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when they have the meetings?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See?
Please. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So let me go back and actually show it to all of us. Yeah. That's a wonderful question. Let me go back. Okay.
I seem to have been missing them lately. I've got to have a sing.
Yes. Oh my God, I missed yesterday. Usually I'm on the road. So I was on the road yesterday and I was thinking about, because I had evening program. So I was running to come home. I had a 7 o'clock program. And I said, okay, I'm going to listen. But totally while I was in conversation with another, I didn't remember until it was already 3:30 or 3:40 to join in for yesterday. But it was really, really informative, of course, information. So let me share this. Let me see. That's not my. Okay, share this. Okay, so text it every Wednesday, and it's also on our corporate website. So it says the Tech Tip Tuesday is 8. No, you have your time Eastern time, and WhatsApp, which is update, which they did today. I did miss it, girls. I did miss it, but I'm gonna go back. I think by tomorrow it should be the recorder should come on. So and as you're walking, as you're doing some work in the house, or as you whatever it is, you know, you can actually put it on. The only time is they're showing a picture that if they're talking about something and they're showing a picture to do it. But if not, I just I'm listening to it as I'm doing things, other stuff, you know, cooking or whatever it is I'm doing. But Healy for Beginner and Beyond is now going to move 3 o'clock. I think it's 3 Central Time, Eastern Time, because so there's not going to be anything tomorrow. But next they're going to be 3 o'clock. So, but we will see that in our what's the website? What's our
what's the website?
The corporate, yes, on the corporate, yes, on that corporate shucks. Healy World, that's not it. I'm trying to find out, but if not, if you don't have access to the That's not it. Sorry, guys. So okay, but okay, I want to pray. Insert another page. So it's a WhatsApp Wednesday. All of you have a Telegram group, a Telegram stuff. You have the Telegram, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to let's see. Anybody, can you put the WhatsApp on join the group?
What's the difference with Eastern time from your time? How many hours different? I know
Pacific is 3 hours. It's 3.
Oh,
I think
3
it's 3. Yes, yeah.
They're 3 hours ahead of you.
Is it?
Are they 3 hours ahead? Yeah. I have to work it out for UK time because the Monday one is in the early hours of the morning. I'd have to see that recorded.
Okay.
But that's fine. I can do that.
Okay, let me just
3 hours ahead. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
okay.
1, 2.
I want to make sure that you see this before we go. Make sure that
yes, I think the 1 in the morning. My time.
Okay, let me make sure that I have what is the corporate USA team? Okay, there's the USA team.
Are you trying to forward the WhatsApp Wednesday, Mama?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Just trying to do it, or even put it up on some share screen. What's the
Okay.
yeah.
I have my caregiver's coming today, so she just got here. So I'm gonna.
I just sent it to Telegram.
Oh, okay. So, and then she can see that. Okay, thank you. I think we are right on
Hi,
the
Diana.
Dot. Okay,
Yeah.
love you guys.
God
We
bless you.
love
Thank
you so very much. Thank
Lovely
you.
to see you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Can I ask? Oh,
Thank you for your testimony. Bye.
Bye.
bye, Diana.
Bye.
I know we can't answer it now because we've run out of time, but for another time, I would really appreciate us being able to talk together a bit more about the chakras, only because I'm trying to do a bit more research on the more, how should I say, what are those energy systems, of the human body? They're nothing to be afraid of, but I want to have more understanding, because the people I'm meeting, so many are believers of Yeshua, but there's that inbuilt fear of,
Very afraid. A lot of them, yes.
And if they look at the program and think, oh my goodness, what's Julie got into here,
New age.
Well, we are the new age. That's the thing. We are.
Technically, we are in a new age.
We are that next stage. So,
you can call them. I usually say, if that word trips them out, say energy systems of our body.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to get a bit more informed. So just before we came on air, I looked at a website. I just Googled biblical energy systems. I know it's not really a good thing, but it was one on oh gosh, when you're looking for something and you can't find it. Bear with me. But anyway, it went through the different body, and the lymph and the blood and the meridians. It went through that. Our nervous system. The energy has to travel through our nervous system, and that's what they are really. So it's a website.
We can put it on our listen if you want.
I can't find it now.
If you find it, you can put it on our
it's
Telegram group.
Trinity School, but I did it by Googling, but when I put that in on my iPhone, when we were, it came to something else, like a child's school. So I'll have to find it. So can I do that if I find it? Can I?
Yeah, put it in our Telegram group so we can all enjoy.
It lays it out quite, well, because like we're getting to know our bodies, like you said, they're fearfully and wonderfully made. I mean, how we were made in our mother's womb, it blows me away.
Yes, and Dr. did it. I think either 2018, either February 2018 or 2019. I can't remember. He did on all the. I think he didn't use the word chakra, because I know everybody freak out on that.
That's it, yeah.
But he talked about in all the organs, and I think that when I think after he did that's when he did the teaching on how you speak into all your body, the bones and all those things. So he did that teaching, but also he talked on all the organs, organs. I mean, he talked more than 7. The people have 7 here, but there's more than that,
Yes.
So the meridians, in the body. So so that'd be good. So maybe that would be a special topic for all of us, and if you want to take it on and do a presentation for all of us, yeah. So next time,
I can't. I'm not here next week. I'm going to. I'm going away for a few days. So.
Oh, wonderful! Please rest and just enjoy the moment and be in the moment and be refreshed. And when you come back, shining more brighter than and sharing with us.
I shall miss. I love it every week coming on, so I shall miss it.
Oh my God, we're gonna miss you too. We're gonna miss you, but we know that you're gonna come back. It's good when you come back to come back with more exuberant,
It's a short break. It's
rejuvenated.
From Tuesday to Friday.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's so good.
Yeah,
that is so good.
It'll be good. Yeah.
Yes, and I shared with you guys today, and for those that did not know, I mean, I know that you're all in my awakening. I don't think Nancy is there, but awakening prayer. Today at 9:30 was when they finalized my website in a thumbs up. I mean, I shared it with you guys before that, but it was not functioning. If you click on this, it wasn't functioning. If you're trying to donate, it wasn't functioning. So I've been in this merry-go-round with them, and I work until like 5 o'clock. I mean, they will send me the last email at almost 4:50. And by the time I respond, they're already gone. And then tomorrow we started. It's been going on, and since that time it's been going on. And then from then they sent me another person to work with, and then from then they sent me another. It's like you guys took I mean, I paid. It's not like you're doing something for free for me for it not to work. And I said, but I wasn't following them that way. I was just praising them, telling them, "Oh, you guys are doing amazing. I just need this to work so I can do what I need to do. So I'm so excited that it's actually functioning, that people can go and open it if they want to donate. They have opportunities to donate. Yes. I'm not only. So you see, you remember when I told you to pray for me, I was going to the person. So God is been so faithful and so good. When I finally, this project I started 2011 was when the Father laid is so heavy in my heart. It was something that's been in my mind since I came to America, believe it or not. Over 40 years ago, it's been in there. It's like, I have to make a difference. I have to help somebody because I leave. Somebody else needs to leave, as it relates to the water. So, but when I started 2000, when I got the land, that land was donated. I met with the leaders in my country and my village. They donated land. My family donated the land, and so then we did a survey. We got a quote and everything. You think everything's gonna go? No. nothing went. So I tried, and nothing really fell in place that time. And I kept it, but it was just like, it's not at the back burner, but it's like those things that kind of keep on hitting you like this. So it was December of last year that I met someone that is doing her own project. And I shared with her my own project, of course. And I said, it's not active at this moment. It's like, why not? Why not? Come on, do it. Come on, you gotta be active. So I know her encouragement, it's not like she helped me start it, but it's the encouragement to keep on, bring it back to life, keep on, And so I started working on it, incorporating it, but I went back, I just started incorporating and begin the process from what the state want, what the Fed want, what the IRS want. So I was working on all those things. And God kind of made it, wonderful. But the story I was going to tell is that when I think I literally lost my the little thing I wanted to tell you. But every time when I connected with these people, they said, okay, it was supposed to be done by July 17th. It was supposed to be done, but just from that July 17th up to today is when it was actually accomplished. But I keep on praising them. I keep on telling that. So when they got frustrated because it's like they give me something to check and it doesn't work, and I go back to them, I say it doesn't work. I have people check it and nothing work. It doesn't work, and I say it doesn't work. And so one person got offended, got frustrated. It's like you're not. I said, if you can test it at your end and let me know that it works. And then I would say, I call different and say, anyway, I am so grateful that these things that has been a burden in my heart, the guy who did that, the record, you guys going to see the video. I called Destiny. I told her, this person, so I shared just a little, the one that is written down is what I sent to him. So he's a movie producer in LA. When he read that story, he's like, I want to partner with you. I want to be a part of it. And then so he now, he doesn't have a studio, but he filmmakes and he rents a studio. He said, if you can pay a studio, I will record you. I would do everything I do to make sure that your story needs to be told. So it was $300 I paid. I never met this guy. I never met him. So I told my Destiny, and also text my kid. So I said, Destiny, this is the address where I'm going, just in case,
Yeah.
But he was really wonderful individual. I met him and his wife, and he said, your story, I'm going to work with you. And then as soon as you have money to pay for that $300 for me to rent a space, I will do whatever you need me to do. So anyway, that's how he packaged. He did all those things. No money went to him. I just paid this, and so that was his offering to come alongside of me. So God has been so faithful. Even when somebody get offended because it doesn't work, it's not that I'm being rude. It's just like, oh, I tried this and then it doesn't work. And some of the men now, they sent me a lady. And when I tell her it doesn't work, she said, okay, we're going to make it work. And I praise her. Like, so today it's like, God walks it through, even though my goal or my targeted time, it didn't come fast during that time. So, but I'm okay. I'm happy. It didn't come in the time. They say it may not come when you want it, but it will be there right on time. You guys know that song. That's what happened to me today. I had the edition when I wanted it. I wanted it in July 17th. I wanted to be able to send it to my friends. I wanted it August. I wanted every month. I said I just give it there. I wanted this, but it didn't work. For today, out of every day, it worked. And then we tried it. We tried to be able to donate, and it works. So I'm like, Jesus, you are awesome. So
Yeah.
this may not just happen when we want it right there, like, where we can
Absolutely.
check all our our T's, cross our T's, and dot our time and I, but it will be there because we serve this incredible God. We serve this amazing God that does wonders. So for me, it's a wonder he did for us today and bringing that out. So I'll be sending you guys my website, and you guys will be seeing. I'm going to put it in our community so you guys can at least look at it and hear my story. I'm here because of that. I'm here because of that. There would be nobody called Benedicta sitting here with you today if not my daddy. Yeah. So I'm so grateful.
I watched it early, just before we came on. Yes.
And I had to tell the story because I think it's 3 minutes or whatever, how many minutes you ask. But if I tell you the detail, what happened when they put me on I call it a table, where they put me, my body was like I became a host for parasite. My body had become a host for parasite that they had to put, during those times, they had to put something to suck it out. I don't want to say it. Terrible, terrible. But God is amazing. I'm here to tell the story. So will another child. So will another man. So will another woman. So I thank you for your prayers, and I'll be sending it to you guys all as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
That's what I have today.
All right.
A wonderful
God.
Wednesday again.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for who you are to me. Who you are to me, your life, your joy, your peace, you're amazing. You are just simply amazing, and I honor each and every one of you. I thank you. And
you,
God
Mama.
bless you. Hope to see you
Thank
guys
you.
next week.
Thank you
Thank
to
All
you.
righty. Talk to you soon. Love you, Mama.
Shalom.
Bye,
Love you,
everybody.
dear. Love you.
Love you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye, Nancy.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Yvette.
Kathy.
Bye,
Bye,
Kathy.
everybody.
Okay,
Bye.
so
Oh gosh.
okay, that's gonna stop the